and welcome back to my channel. Today I am drawing my Roomba as a person. So I included that cute little clip of my Roomba butting into my cat. Luna did not seem to care at all. My husband and I's Roomba's name is Tywin. Yes, Tywin from Game of Thrones. We both had a love-hate relationship with Tywin Lannister from Game of Thrones. We both like he was very smart and we loved that, but he was also obviously kind of an asshole. But isn't everybody in Game of Thrones? Goodness. So today's video is pretty short. That's because Tywin doesn't have that many colors on him. He's a Roomba. We got him for Christmas this past year, and his colors are just black and white. And so I didn't have a lot to work with here, so I decided to draw him holding a broom because obviously he cleans. Yeah, so I went with really clean lines for him, so that way he was robotic kind of looking. I tried to leave his face pretty expressionless, and later on when I color him, I make his skin really pale. It's honestly not even like a skin tone, it's just gray, because even though he's a human, like I'm drawing him as a human, I really wanted to make it look like he's a robot, you know? And I gave him that little circle like amulet looking thing because if you have a Roomba, on the center of him he's got like a button that you push to press like clean. That's how you get him to clean. That's how you like get him to clean again after he decides he gets stuck on something, or rips my rugs to shreds, but whatever. And so yeah, I had him holding a broom, and I didn't really think about the length of the broom. So this is the longest broom in like history. It's incredibly long, and I didn't notice that until after I inked it, and I was like, well, there's no turning back now. He uses the longest broom. But yeah, like I went with pants, like black, like kind of tighter pants, and a black and white shirt. Like it's all black and white. And I gave him kind of this you can't see it yet, but I gave him this really dumb haircut that I'm like obsessed with right now, where it's like kind of a bowl cut, only the top of your head, and like the sides are shaved. I don't know what's with that haircut, but I'm really attached to it lately. It's so dumb, I think. Like, it is, but it isn't. Like, I don't know. Some characters can pull it off. He cannot, but that's okay, because I just feel like it's a really, like shaved on the sides, and, like, easy haircut, because, he's not human. He's a robot. And unfortunately, because he's a robot, I don't have a lot of, like, personality points to talk about, because, I can talk about how he fits in with my cats. At first, they were absolutely terrified. They hate the vacuum. I inked off screen, as always. They hate the vacuum. So, but he was fine. They like actually kind of like the Roomba, as you saw. It doesn't really bother them. It does spook them a bit because they won't move out of his way. They just ignore him. So then when he bumps into them, they're like, oh my god, what the fuck is going on? And they freak out, but they're fine. So this video, because it didn't take me long at all to color him, I threw in some real-time footage for a big chunk of this because I don't end up coloring, like I use 2 colors to color the black, 1 color for the white to shade the white, 2 colors on his skin, 2 colors for his hair, and then a couple greens. Like it's so little, like there's so like little to do on him that I just decided to, make the video a tad longer by putting in some real-time stuff. I did like how this turned out, though. It's hilarious since 4 of the 5 of these that I did were in this book. It was really fun then to flip through once he was done and like, wow. So there's Ripley, there's Renly, there's Luna, and there's Tywin. And unfortunately, though, I had done my fish Shiro digitally, and that didn't turn out the greatest, and I debated doing him again and like including him at the end of this video and like having done him in Copic, but I didn't. It would have been fun though. So I used a warm gray to lay a base tone for the black, and then I used black to shade just to, you know, give it a little dimension, because honestly I have no color really dark enough to shade that warm gray. So my accent colors that I chose for this, you know, to just bring a little life into it, because obviously this is kind of boring. I might as well have used no color at all at this point. I decided to use the colors red and green. Christmassy, I know. Just to mimic the color of the buttons when they light up are red and green. So I used those colors to, I used the green to color the center of that circle, which is kind of supposed to mimic his button, because his button lights up green, and then I do his eyes one green, one red, because I thought it was kind of fun, you know, like those are the buttons, and it kind of also pushes the weird, like, he's not supposed to be a human, he's not even a living creature. And I color the broom red because I don't know what, but like I've had a red broom and my mom has always had a red broom. So whenever I think of like what color is a modern broom, it's always red for me. I don't know why. My broom is green right now, so like I really had the colors to choose from. But so I'm also going to include a picture, little sketch that I drew of him in my sketchbook of like when I was planning out his clothes. And then I drew him like kind of like exasperated with like a laundry basket and a broom again, just because like thinking about how messy the house is. It really, if I'm being honest, it's never that messy, but obviously he's the Roomba, and like we have 2 cats that are our own, and we were fostering 1 cat, so like that's a lot of cat hairs. So there I used a thicker Copic multiliner than the one I inked in to add a really thick outline, and then you can see the little finger tappies. I was trying to decide what to do in the background, and I decided to go with these little, like, I don't know, I always do that when I'm doing like thinking like circuit board, and like these little like shapes when you're looking at like a motherboard or something, you know. And I did it in purple because it's like really plain and pale, and that's what I used to shade most of him with, so I thought that would look cool. And then I use a lighter green because I don't want it to be as bright as the green I had used to color him, to add in a little green with that as well, as if that's like either a separate wire or like it's supposed to be like lit up or something. And then I throw in red little dots to kind of finish out the background. And I thought it added a nice, you know, level of dimension, you know, like another way to push that he's not human. The other backgrounds have all been either like hearts or magic or like just pretty little stripes and whatever. And then the fun part, which is highlighting, which I use a Uniball Signo white gel pen, and I made him really shiny. Like I put it all over his skin, and I put way more white in the hair than I usually do, and like just like straight lines all over, just to kind of like, he's a robot, he's shiny. Even his clothes and skin are all shiny, everything is shiny. And it really, I don't know, I really liked it. It's such a simple piece, but it turned out really cute, I thought. And I'm not sure this is what Tywin would look like, but this is kind of how I'd picture my robot cleaning boy. Oh my goodness. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I enjoyed making it. I really enjoy making these videos for the whole one person who watches and doesn't even get that far. I post on my Instagram frequently, and I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you have a fantastic day. Stay safe. Bye.